Zo. Press any key. Continue. Ja, we zijn opgestegen vanuit de planeet, zo te zien. Even kijken, hier zou ik nog wel wat dingen bij de junk kunnen gooien. Laten we dat ook maar meteen even doen. Light machine gun. Driver van 215. Pistool. Ja, stumbeton is niet heel wel, hè. Shockstick. Oeh. Even kijken. Oh, dus de beeld die ik mee bezig was. En oh, ik heb alleen nog helemaal niet gekeken. Shit. Zo meteen even zoeken. The Worlds. Companion beeld. Eens even kijken. Nou. Bla 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 bla. Ik ben wel even 3 specialized perks. Dat is die unique. Ja, whatever. Mutations. Dat kan we niet hebben. Dus player builds, dus ook niet van de companions zo te zien. Er staat ook niet echt wat in, dus nou, laten we maar eens kijken. Bij Parvati, wat hebben we in tier 1 beschikbaar? Of meer held, dat is sowieso ideaal. Threat Generation. Generation of Engineering. Hoe zit ik eigenlijk? Engineering. Oeh, die heb ik niet echt super hoog. Laten we dat even opstellen. Dus is het misschien wel slim om die als eerste te pakken. Even kijken. Vicar. 10 hack. Hack heb ik hoog. Oké, dus dat hoeft dan nog niet per se. Dus als we bij jou dan de held doen, dan leef jij wel langer. Nummer 10. Oeh, damn. Oh, wacht. Stel skills min 5. Sneak, hack en lockpick. Daar waren we wel op een focus, hè. Maar misschien is dat geen verkeerd idee. Om dat te pakken. Want ik kreeg me de laatste tijd toch behoorlijk wat slaag. Oh ja, slokvik plus 5. Laten we gewoon eens proberen. Eens even kijken. Oh. Hallo, Ammer. Deze heeft 16 heavy wapens plus 5. Wat zijn heavy wapens? En gewoon longguns. Dat zou dan shotgun zijn, denk ik. Dit is ook een longgun. Dan alleen... Geweer, grenade launcher. Iets waar ik eigenlijk op het moment nog niet gebruik. Jij gebruikt ook een shotgun. 319. 173. Oh, maar klein verschil. Twee plasma rifles is ook niet nodig. Doe die ook vast eentje weg. Een 1037. Er zit ook nog een stagger op. Hier zit een bleed op. Damage 22, damage 25 keer 3. 18 energy, 9 light. Oh, wacht. Energy hebben we ook niet super veel. Jij gebruikt heavy armor, jij gebruikt ook heavy armor. Oh, wacht, laten we deze maar gewoon houden, want we hebben hier en hier al energy. Even kijken. Quite a science weapon on the groundbreaker. Find acid steeper. But never picked up the path from Roseway. Oké. Groundbreaker. Monarch. We zijn nou bij de groundbreaker. Automatisch. Edgewaller. Oh, wacht. Die laat natuurlijk gewoon... Hier is Monarch. Daar moeten we mee wachten, want dat is sowieso main quest. Ik wil eerst even een beetje die side quest doen. Of zijn wij daar? Dat is een Capital City Territory. Dus dat kan ook niet. En dan gaan we gewoon naar de groundbreaker. Oh, we waren wel daar.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
You're free to disembark. Can we talk? Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Sure.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else? Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
Okay.
I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
Okay.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape. What? You want me to...
Oh, dat was niet de bedoeling.
Captain, you can't mean it. Oh, that's a relief.
Ja. Ik heb 2 companions. Waarom zou ik jou wegsturen? That makes no fucking sense. Komt er val of ding ook mee, Vicar? Waar is Vicar?
Yes, you caught me ruminating it. What's
Nee, dat is ook niks. Zo te zien. Nou, dan zien we wel of dat hij meekomt. Ik kon je 2 companions meenemen. Als we dat goed te rennen. Back up to 2 companions. Allebei geselecteerd, ja of nee?
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
En ik zie er maar eentje. Oh, wacht, het bolletje eronder geeft aan of dat hij geselecteerd is, ja of nee.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little...
I'm in the middle of a situation. If you could move along, I'd be obliged.
Don't go telling him where to step. Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second, shut the hell up. Don't think I won't detain you again. Hey, knock yourself out. Or him, if you're so inclined.
Whatever you heard, it's all true.
What?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Cool.
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Jawel.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Wat, bos. Wil me niet jatten, hè. Ik krijg meteen een hoop zo zeik als we net hier zijn. Nou, laten we in ieder geval eens even binnen gaan kijken.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Customs and inspection. Uit de assault rifle, 180. Oh, wacht, light. Oh, weg met jou. Zo, junk. Ja, 417. Zo, die zou je meteen allemaal weer even wegdoen. 106 van de 150, oh god. Zoveel zooi bij me. Ik heb 48 armor parts. Ik heb ook wel wat armor bij, moet ik zeggen. 16, 10, 5. Mechanical overhauls. Hallo.
Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. I'd tell you no one's fallen for that line in about 30 years. Then, I'd take the safety off my gun and kindly ask you to move along.
It's a good thing he didn't say that then, right? Right, sir?
Sure, kid. Right.
Okay.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Huh.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Boah.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Okay.
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Okay.
If you need anything else, you let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean.
Oh.
Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me.
Okay.
Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen.
Okay.
Are you pulling my leg? You got a funny sense of humor, friend. Can't say I much get it, but I admire your commitment to the bit. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential.
Okay.
A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the Board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Zitten we erin.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure. Glad to help. Relative to the Board holdings? Not real. They aren't rich, but they... All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the Board. Not that he would. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the Board hate... It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of We push them too hard?
The Board wouldn't do that.
The Board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Move along.
A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate
This is
hostilities.
it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
It's a wasteland.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
Okay.
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Not the criminal.
Dat is op zich wel makkelijk.
Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
Dat klinkt best goed.
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Do I look like your gossipy best? I'm not here for it. We're the security force. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 70s. Folks started calling us Mardets because...
Marine detachment. Maret. Ik heb nog geen disguise volgens mij. Oh, werkt niet, oké.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage through Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Rest and go keycard.
Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
Dat is een rest and go keycard.
Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking.
Nou, dat me even wat is. Volgens mij heb ik nog geen security disguise, dus laten we dat nog maar even niet doen.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
12% more crunch.
Can we rent an upstairs room?
Can we rent the room upstairs?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grip. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together. The promenade. Our local garbage. She freely admits she planted her root. Of course. I try and steer clear of that.
Oké. Bezig.
Move along.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Oké.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Oké. 10.000. Oef.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Ja.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates.
Oké.
If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Fair enough.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. I found a handsome ceramic man.
Waarom is dat gelokt? You cannot purchase this restricted stock. Oké. Oh damn. Level 10 gun, 660 DPS. Bleed, corrosive. Wel interessant. Hoeveel hebben we? 8000. Die wil ik eigenlijk wel. Die eigenlijk ook wel. Een heel stuk beter dan wat ik heb, moet ik zeggen. Dat maakt allemaal niet bij. Zo. jij heeft dan 121. Dat bewaren we wel even. Zo. Tactical shotgun. Alright.
What do you think you're doing? Just be careful next time.
Oh well. Oh, die is wel nog wakker. Nou, laten we... wat zit hier? Oh. Alleen nog een rest en gold keycard zien te fixen. Waar hadden we die nou gezien?
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Pam, pam, pam. Ik zit will be shot on. Either fight, sneak, or use the holographic shroud. Medical B. Okay. Oeh, daar loopt iemand. Laten we dat nog maar even niet doen.
This is Halcyon News.
Wacht.
Scheduled advertisement.
Was niet hier.
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you.
Huh? Wacht even. Dit is alleen een wc, toch? Ja. Hier is het zij. Was er nou toch geboren? Nee. Waar was die slaapkamer net met meerdere mensen?
Rizzo's knock you out bar.
Oh, wacht, dat was hier.
Free nuts in it. It's time for a change.
Oh. Heb ik die rest en go keycard? Weer even terug hier naartoe.
Rizzo's purpleberry punch.
Even kijken of we die kistjes nou kunnen openen in die storage room hier. Oh, u werkte maar als één. Oké. Wat hebben we gekregen? Nog een credit launcher. Die blade. Van 9, oh, dat is een heavy. Oh wacht, het is ook heavy. Tech skills plus 5 op medium. Die heb ik haar ook gegeven, oké. Hier hebben we nog een lockpick. Misschien moeten we die dan ook aan haar geven. Heeft ze in ieder geval een helm op. Medium. Die is ook medium. Zo. Celjunk. Oh, wat hebben we hier? Light 13.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Hey, weer een keycard. Ja, weer Terug hierheen. Hoppakee.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track. Heard of it? My orientation aether wave.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you do, please don't mention.
I'd have to go over my contract, but... So, what can I get you? Some soap? Have a look.
35% discount. Nou, eens even kijken wat we nog kunnen verkopen. Oeh. Intro hebben we net gevonden. Allemaal dezelfde. Toch een beetje opruimen. Wat heb jij? Koop. Armor. Domination.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
News packet had the tossball scores from Decanis. What about the rail gliding championship?
Hier is de bar.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly...
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators.
Mm-hmm.
Only the usual. The radiator... And we're all sweating.
It might be your thermal control system's busted. That can happen if it's...
I don't really care what the issue is, kid. Sweat's starting to make me chafe in places.
Who's in charge?
Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennis. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling... There's nobody who knows more about... She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of...
Oké. Uit alleen waar engineering zit, maar... Keuken.
I've seen you limping a bit. You alright, Mr. Vicker? You need to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Ze zien ook niks speciaals. Bells shells.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? I got a full line of weapon modifications.
Mm-hmm. Ja, daar heb ik niet heel veel aan, eerlijk gezegd. Waste disposal, oké. Medical bay. Eerst even naar engineering voordat ik naar waste disposal ga, eerlijk gezegd.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Have you seen this man? Board offers for information leading to the party greeting. Potential customer. This unit is. This unit shock
Wow.
Shock simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. May this unit dispense protein.
Nou, hebben we die ook weer gefixt. Zo even tussendoor. Oh, hier is de grote deur. Oh, hier is het heel warm.
Scheduled
Good
advertisement for the
Lord,
following
here is so
story.
unbearable, I can hardly even concentrate.
Do you have what it takes to defend?
I thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
That's a lovely name.
Hop, zoveel blok.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Not a problem, Captain. Ask away. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Okay.
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Okay.
Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Nou, moet ik toch zijn, geloof ik.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown his pivotal... Performance enhancing stims. A
Is hier geen trap naar beneden of zo?
Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage.
Zo, laten we dat even. Nou, ook niet heel speciaals. Daar kunnen we natuurlijk naar beneden met de lift. Ike's Armory.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that we also have a line of.
Nou. 13, 14. Misschien voor de toekomst toch wat leuks. Bratwurst. Supplied salvage.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages. You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
Okay.
You the one flying the unreliable?
Yeah.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years. These days I stick to HQ and.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
Oh, gezellig.
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
There always is.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need.
Dat weet ik.
If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Time is money.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other... Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal... Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it... Your words. Hey, careful with the sea. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot.
Uiteraard.
Very. I like to think. Ask. Be seeing.
Ah, dus verder is niks.
No one saw me trip over that, right?